Hello everyone and welcome to another video here on the Sports Daily Media Network YouTube channel. I am your host Sean Vowells. I've got Joe Meade with me, and today we are updating our college football playoff projections. On the screen you will see our rankings from last week. If you've watched the sport, a lot of those teams lost. So we're going to be clear on the board here and starting from scratch. So let's get all these colors and all of these teams off. And let's start from the top, Joe. It might not be a different team at the top. A lot of changes for me. I'm sure a lot of changes for you. But for me, I'm keeping the Ohio State Buckeyes first.
I completely agree, Sean. I think they were thorough enough in their late beatdown of Washington. That defense is, till proven otherwise, the best in the country. And I think with Ryan Day, that offense is only going to get better with all those talented pieces.
Yep, they might be separating themselves for me from number two. I don't know if they could be caught until they lose, which is big for seeding for bowl preference at the end of the day if they do get there. But obviously, first, they are our Big Ten champions as of now. Joe, let's go over to the SEC. Who have you got as your SEC champion?
As of now, my SEC champion, and you might roll your eyes at this. I still have the SEC champion, Sean, as LSU, but I had them at fifth.
Okay. I do not have LSU in my top 12. I think that, they've sort of gotten along with a couple serious flaws. Their Clemson win doesn't look as good as it used to. And then they obviously were beaten by Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss, who are my SEC champions here, and they will be going up to number 4. Joe, did the Rebs make your top 12?
But the Rebs are at number three. I'm assuming they
Okay.
go 11-1 and lose, either don't qualify. No, sorry, lose in the SEC title game in the rematch to LSU.
All right. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of SEC and Big Ten teams left, but let's fill out our automatic qualifiers first. The ACC is next. Joe, it's pretty clear who this team is going to be, and it's the Miami Hurricanes for me, and they're number 3.
Hurricanes are a spot above you, Sean. Hurricanes are number two. I think they have a big test in Tallahassee this weekend. Even if they don't get past, it's still in really good shape. But if they do get past it, I don't know if they're really going to be stopped.
Yep. For me, they're one win away from being a lock in the college football playoff, and I think Ohio State is, and that's about it at this point. I don't know if anybody else has locked
Oregon probably.
themselves. Maybe Oregon. But let's go to the Big 12, Joe. You had two in yours last week, I believe. Who is your Big 12 champion, and are you going further than just the champion?
We're going to have two one bid leagues. We're going to have the Miami Hurricanes from the ACC, the one bid from there, and we're going to stick with the Iowa State Cyclones as the 9.
Okay, I will be keeping them as my Big 12 champion as well, and they'll be staying at number 11. All right, Joe, that is 4 automatic bids for me, 4 plus 1 for you. Let's go to the group of 5. I have switched my group of 5 qualifier. It's still a very open race. There's probably 5 or 6 teams that have a legitimate chance of getting that group of 5 spot. So I will go first. I am switching from the Tigers of Memphis to Navy. Out of the
You
American,
stole my date,
I
Sean.
I think Blake Horvath, Eli Heidenreich, they actually have a really explosive offense, and they are fun to watch. So I've got Navy as number 12. And I'm assuming that you have the same.
I still have the Memphis Tigers, Sean, but that was going to be my dark horse. They stole it.
Yep. I'm going to use Ole Miss's colors here. I did not make a color for Navy. I think Navy's really fun to watch, and they only have to play 11 games before the college football playoff is ending up like the selections being made. So I think Navy gets through. But you are going to be sticking with Memphis?
I'm gonna stick with Memphis just because you picked Navy in spite of Sean.
Okay, well, the Tigers staying there for Joe. All right, Joe, let's go back to the Big Ten here. You mentioned them earlier. Oregon picked up a huge win in Happy Valley last week. Where will they be going for you?
I think it would take a disaster to not make the playoff for Oregon, and they're going to be my 4 seed, Sean, the last first round bye.
They will be going to the number 2 slot for me. I think they and Miami have separated themselves a little bit here. We are still in the projection game. There will be a time where we will judge teams based on the resume that they have already provided. That's not yet the time because there's not enough games. But Oregon second for me, fourth for you, Joe. They have a excellent chance to make the college football playoff at this point. All right, let's stay in the Big Ten. I'm assuming there's at least 2 more for you, Joe. Let's start with the team that Oregon beat, Penn State. Big game, James Franklin. They come up short with this new college football playoff format. Uh, they don't have to win the big games to make it, so they're staying at number 5 for me.
John, they're going to go down to number 10 for me. I am going to pencil in an automatic loss to Ohio State. I think until proven otherwise, there's no reason I'm picking them to win that game. And um, frankly, they need Indiana to be good and to win that game because other than that, their schedule does not look very daunting.
All right, well, you mentioned the Hoosiers, Joe. They are 5-0, wins against Illinois and Iowa in the conference. They were in my both of our top 10s last week, or top 12s last week. They are in for me. I'll let you place them first if they are in for you.
They are still in. They are number 7, and I'm gonna make, based on everything I'm seeing, it wouldn't shock me if they picked off one of the Oregon Penn States, not both, but it wouldn't shock me. I'm not gonna commit to it yet, but I am theoretically seeing a possibility.
There is a way for them to get in with 2 losses at this point.
Yes.
Illinois looks like a really solid team. Iowa looks like a solid team. And road wins matter, but I have them in 7th as well, Joe, hosting a game. I think that is probably the goal at this point for the Hoosiers. You got in last year. You got over your early hurdle here with 2 tough Big Ten games. You won them both. Now I think the goal is to host a first round game. I think it will be tough. Obviously, they've got to beat a really good team to get up higher than probably 7th or 8th, but that is what the goal is shifting to for the Hoosiers. All right, Joe, is there another Big Ten team in for you? Because there is not for me.
Nope. There are only 4 teams in, and I last second took Washington out. They have to win me back after I backed them so hard.
All right, so let's go over to the SEC, Joe, which is my remaining teams. So why don't you pick one, and we'll go from there.
Well, I'm gonna start with probably the most shocking for face value. I'm gonna place Georgia still in the college football playoff, but I'm gonna have them traveling to another SEC team who I'll reveal later. But Georgia as the 11th seed.
Okay, I do not have Georgia in anymore. They obviously lost at home to Alabama. Alabama is back, Joe. The Crimson Tide making it into your top 12?
Yes, and I think, our Kayla DeBoer UCLA take, I don't think we really floated it. We kind of theoretically
It
floated
wasn't
it.
us we were reporting that
Yeah, we
somebody
were
else was
reporting that,
floating
so
it.
don't tie us to that. We don't
Yeah.
want to be on freezing cold takes or get famous because of that. Alabama, I have as number 6 because I think that's truly one of the most impressive road wins I've seen. And I think with Caleb DeBoer, he has a young quarterback in Ty Simpson that's going to continue to get better, kind of in a way with Ryan Day and Julian Sands. So using that same theory on Alabama, I think they have plenty of chances to pick up even more quality wins. Vanderbilt could be one, Tennessee at home, at Mizzou, uh, and a lot of their tough games are at home, which I really like for the Crimson Tide and a young quarterback.
Yep, I do not have Alabama in. I think with Florida State losing, I just think Florida State, Alabama, and Georgia are the first 3 teams out right now, which could change like very quickly. Certainly, wins, losses age differently at points in the year. But the SEC, for one, is going to have a lot of teams in the college football playoff. That is for sure. All right, Joe, let's go to a team that I'm guessing fills your last spot. I have tons of them left, so let's see if we can match this one up. Uh, I'm going with Texas at number 6. I think they still have a good chance to make it. Will they be taking your last spot?
No.
No.
And how many do you have left, Sean? One or
I
two?
have 3 left.
I'm gonna let you rattle off the three and
Okay.
see if we match.
And when you match, you can let me know. All right, a team that I have an 8th, Joe, is a team that I've had the last couple times we've done this. They continue to win. They didn't play last week, so they did not lose. Bo Prabula, Ahmad Hardy, and Missouri will be number 8 for me. I'm obviously very high on them. I think their schedule lines up to a spot where they can win some games. I have Missouri 8th.
Missouri is not my last team, so we have
All
two
right.
more, Sean.
2 more teams, also SEC teams. Number 9, I'm going with a team that went up to Indiana and beat Notre Dame on the road. They just picked off another big win last week, I believe, and that is the Texas A&M Aggies will be going to Missouri in my projection here to play Missouri. Texas A&M is 9th for me.
Let's see if
Nope.
this last one matches, Sean.
All right, now this one is very interesting because uh, I'm going to give away it's Oklahoma for me.
Yes,
The
match.
the material injury situation is fluid at best. It becomes a selection committee question, Joe, if we get there. They had a bye last week. They have Kent State this week. There is, at this point of recording, at least a slight chance that he is available for the Red River game against Texas. If he is not, they lose, and he comes back and they're good again. They judged on the games that he's not there? I have a feeling that they will be given the benefit of the doubt because they have looked good when he has played. They beat Auburn, they beat Michigan. Like, I think if they have 2 losses and one of them was when he wasn't playing, I think they're going to be given the benefit of the doubt over one of the other teams in and around them. So I'm going with the Oklahoma Sooners at number 10. And
I'm gonna have Oklahoma at 8, and I'm gonna make a bold declaration. I think they beat Texas with or without John
wow,
Mateer.
okay. So that would make things that would back up your Texas's outtake, but certainly
Yep.
the first time, Joe, where obviously a lot of teams in and around the playoff picture lost last week, so how much did we really blame those teams for losing? Certainly came into effect here. Florida State, I had in last week. They lost to Virginia. The path narrows for them. They probably have to beat Miami to make it or get to the ACC championship, which of course would be very difficult with 2 losses. We have Alabama, Georgia just out. We have the second Big 12 team, Texas Tech, knocking on the door. This so far, Joe, is the hardest top 12 for me to do. Outside of the top 4 teams, which we have a little jumbled, but that seems like a pretty consensus top 4 right now. And after that, it is mayhem.
Completely agree, Sean. And next week, I don't think next week will bring as much mayhem to college football. I bet after the second and third Saturday of October, this could look completely different for both of us.
So here is our college football playoff projections. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.